Welcome to the AW Services YouTube channel. I'm back with a video on my tent. So last year I purchased this brand new tent from Millets. I thought I'd try another tent, as the previous one I had did me well, and I thought I'll upgrade to another one. So I purchased this Eurohike Cairns 2 DLX Night with blackout technology. Purchased it last August. I used it for an event. I was quite impressed with the actual tent itself and its layout, because it's a different sleeping position where you're sleeping horizontally against the back wall. I did the video, posted it, and like anything, you try to help people on YouTube by giving honest, impartial reviews on camping equipment that you purchase with your own money. And you'll always get people moaning at you, going, "You didn't show the inside," blah 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 blah. I apologise. So I'm back. It's currently nearly the end of June. I've gone away camping. As you can see, the sky is blue there somewhere, and there is that hot thing in the sky they call sunshine. So this is the tent. I'm now going to go inside. I'm going to zip the door shut and I'll show you exactly what I see inside. So the front porch door is shut, zipped up tight. As you can see, we've got sunlight coming through the front porch. Excuse the noise in the background of my generator. So this is what they call a blackout tent. So the front door being black is actually purple, because that's the colour of the pigment to create the ink to dye it. And so much for blackout, because I can see daylight through it. It's not completely black in here. I can navigate my way around the tent. It looks and appears that there's a light on in the tent, but it isn't. It's actually the sunshine coming through the supposed blackout technology. So I hope this video helps you out there to make your decisions on whether you think this tent would be suitable for you. It's not as sunny, but it is sunny, if that makes sense. It's quite cloudy and overcast, but even that, there's enough luminescence from the outside green on the inside that the blackout fabric is just, you know, it's pointless. It's as much use as a chocolate fire guard basically. But the tent itself, lovely setup. Nice floor space there. It's a lot easier to get in and out. My bed's here. I've got a flight case here with some bits and bobs in there when I go camping. I've got my homemade power supply that I use for camping when I charge my phone up at night. But yeah, that's the tent. It's got your usual traditional hanging hook inside, so you can put a tent light up there. There's my bed. But I hope that video helps and illustrates the so-called blackout technology. I'm now with the compartment open, and I'm just in the porch. Got a fitted ground sheet that goes all the way around, which is nice. It stops any water or dirt getting in really, and it's a nice area to put your shoes. And whether you go camping with a pet, you've got a small dog you take with you, it wouldn't be too bad there. Put a dog bed for your pet to sleep in. It's got ample air vents all the way around. I took it down last year. I aired the tent out. Hang on a minute, I've just got severe cramp in my leg, I can't move. Ouch! I took the tent down last year, aired it out, and all of the toggles which hold the inner compartments of the outer sheet stayed in place. So when I unfolded it to put it up this time, it wasn't as half as difficult, because the inner was still hung up. But that's the inside of the tent. Other niggles really, like I say with anything camping wise, if you buy a tent, get the tent pegs that come with it, put them in your recycling bin, or just throw them away, because they're always rubbish. I've got a mixture of rock pegs and high-vis yellow hard plastic pegs, because the tent pegs you always get with them never last. They always bend, snap out. The other thing I'll point out as well, it's the second time I've used it, my second outing with the tent. It's very taut, very tight. The skins and the poles are extremely tight. I guess in time, when it wears in a bit more, it comes a bit more supple in the fabric. It might be easier to put up, but it was still an absolute strain to get all the poles in their rings at the ends, because they were really tight. And that's the back of the tent. You've got an air vent on the rear, which you can open and close. It's got some Velcro in there. So it's a traditional dome tent basically. Doesn't have a big footprint, but it's quite sizable. But I thought I'd do an updated review on the tent, just to add a bit more context and kind of an insight into it and the better surroundings. Didn't have much time last time to do it. But yes, that's the Eurohike Cairns to DLX Delta Lima X-ray, purchased from Millets in the UK. Night for blackout technology, yeah, I'd like to see that. Flame retardant, even though you shouldn't cook in there. Hydrostatic head with 2000 and arc flex poles. So the yellow pole, or the yellow colour fabric on the ends of the front porch, is denoted by a piece of like yellow heat shrink on the shorter pole, and then you've got two crossover poles of the same length. It did come with this high-vis guidelines. I'm a big fan of that. It's always nice that you don't trip over in the night and wee yourself. Well, like I said, I hope that video helps. Helps paint a picture, and maybe helps you in making a choice into what tent you may think is best or which suits your needs. Well, I think it's classed as a two-man tent, but really if you have anything more than two people in there, you're going to be clambering over each other. So if you're going to sleep at night and your partner's in front of you, if you want to get out for a wee in the middle of the night, you've got to be extremely careful you don't fall on them. I tend to buy, for me, myself, just not one person, a minimum two-man tent, so when I go away, a bit of glamping, I've got space to put things in there, and I'm not just absolutely hogging all the space. I never use air beds because they just encroach on the floor space too much. But there you go, Cairns DLX from Eurohike, from Millets in the UK. I'll list the current price in the video and a link to where you can buy it, and I'll also publish a link in the description to my previous video that I made last year. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Subscribe, support the channel, help it grow. Press the bell icon for notifications when new videos are published. Give it a like, give it a share. Let me know what you think. Thank you for watching AW Services.